Laura, when I immediately saw Camille come on screen, I just thought of all of our iconic Black actresses from Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne. I just wanted to know, what traits in specific did you take from these legendary Black actresses when we were crafting the character of Camille?
Well, you said it. I mean, Dorothy Dandridge and Lena Horne were really my big inspirations for Camille. And I think they were both these incredibly talented women who were sort of marginalized and pushed to the side and not really seen for their full talent and their full potential. So I kind of wanted to pay homage to them and think, I'd like to think of Camille's story as then being a very happy ending, and how would life have looked had they been able to get the recognition that they deserve? What if Dorothy Dandridge had gone on to win an Oscar? What it's like when she was nominated? I think the landscape would be very different, and if they've been able to be young Black girls who can see themselves regularly on screen and identify, and not just be portrayed as a maid or over sexualized or just sort of pushed aside in favor of the male character. I think that it would have been a really positive thing. So I like to hope that Camille is a part of that way.
And when you were approaching the character of Raymond, did you take any personal experiences from being someone who's half Asian, being able to pass as white? Did you ever use any of those experiences when you were crafting the character?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have sort of subconsciously my whole life. I've been telling a lot of people that the idea of being white passing is a concept that is pretty new to me. I've never thought about it that way. And I do realize the potency of what that can mean for people that might otherwise feel like they're restricted. So, Raymond's case, I think it's something that he hides because, he doesn't want to be treated like the other. And he kind of comes to terms with that throughout the series. It's never something I had to come to terms with. I grew up in a world where it was totally cool. And it's one of my favorite things about myself is being half Filipino. But, he, I think as a result of him having this part of his own heritage, being something that weighs on him, it kind of fuels his need to be making films that act as a social justice crusade for other people that were not as maybe fortunate to have a sort of get out of jail free card, to kind of have this secret, entrance into the inner sanctum of Hollywood. So, I think he's using it for good, hopefully, by way of trying to make this film and to support Anna May Wong's career, who was not in a situation where she could be, she didn't have the opportunities that Raymond's getting. So it's just like Ryan Murphy. That's all I'm going to say. Ryan Murphy, he uses film to change the way culture thinks about itself, and he wants to smash down those barriers. And I think Raymond's the exact same thing.
And Samara, how has working on this series changed your perception in Hollywood?
I think researching this period just made me really admire the bravery of the women and anyone who was overlooked and who really had to fight against the machine that was prejudiced against them. It's just a great reminder for us not to take that for granted, and that we should be like them and keep fighting the good fight if you do have a platform to do so.